Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Sag, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Sagittarius, let's get started. What's the overall energy for this connection? So we do have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So currently at the moment, you could very well be connecting with someone new, or you might find yourself connecting with someone new very soon. But we are going to focus on you first, Sag, and then we'll jump over to your person, their energy. Just keep in mind that the roles can be reversed, okay? How does Sagittarius currently view this relationship? All right, Sag. So we do have the Nine of Swords, okay? We do have the Eight of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Cups. For some of you, you could be connecting with a Gemini, possibly another Sagittarius like yourself, or a Pisces. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, though. But in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, with that Nine of Swords energy coming out here, I do want to look at it a little bit more because I feel like this is the energy that you were harnessing prior to this person actually showing up. So it kind of looks like, how do I explain it? It kind of looks like prior to you meeting this person, you just were going through a whole lot. Mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. This to me just kind of feels like you were in a massive rut for whatever reason. But it looks like this connection's actually pulling you out of that massive rut that you were in. So I don't know, maybe prior to you meeting this person, you were going through like, a really bad breakup. And now that you find yourself connecting with this person, you find yourself in a much better place mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. I just kind of feel like this connection is just helping you, you know what I mean? Get out of this like massive like rut that you were in. But let's look at the Nine of Swords a little bit more. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords for Sagittarius. Okay. So you have the Ace of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune to the Three of Wands. And then we also have the Five of Pentacles. It kind of looks like you walked away from something that, was holding you back, something that wasn't providing you what it is that you truly wanted and desired. This to me kind of feels like a breakup that you were experiencing here in the recent past. I feel like this breakup had you in a massive rut. I am definitely getting that. Now this person could have walked away from you, or you could have walked away from this person. But with the Ace of Swords to the Wheel of Fortune to the Three of Wands, I feel like this situation that you were in needed to come to an end. So even if this person got up and walked away from you, Sagittarius, I feel like this person was doing you a favor. Even if you got up and walked away from this person, I think that you were doing yourself, a favor, because it kind of looks like something better is going to fall into place in your life. And I do feel like it does definitely involve another person. I am definitely getting that. So let's look at this person, their energy. How does this person currently view this relationship with Sagittarius? So we do have the Magician, we do have the Six of Cups, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Six of Swords. We also have the Four of Swords, and then we also have the Devil out here. This person hasn't necessarily had the best of luck when it comes down to love, is what I'm gathering. I feel like this person has been on the hunt to find someone that they could actually build and establish a life with. It just kind of looks like they didn't necessarily have the best of luck in love when it comes down to like finding the perfect person for them. But I feel like all of that is going to change the moment that they meet you. Now, for some of you, you're currently dealing with this person. For others of you, you might find yourself dealing, with this person very, very soon. I wonder if this person's a Pisces, or they have Pisces within their chart, because they kind of come off to me as somebody who already finds themselves like fantasizing about, what their life is going to look like and consist of. You know what I mean? With you in it, I am definitely getting that. This person has like a very wild like imagination. That's why I'm saying like this person might be like a Pisces, or they might have Pisces within their chart. But I feel like this person's luck is going to turn around in love the moment that they meet you, because the moment that this person meets you, they're going to find themselves feeling like they've known you their whole entire life, even though technically speaking, they haven't. This could definitely imply that maybe you guys have shared many past lives with one another. That's a possibility. Or maybe it's just the way that you are as a person, Sag. Maybe you just make this person feel, very, very comfortable, with you. That's definitely a possibility. But, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, I mean, this person does look at you like you're a Queen of Pentacles, regardless of your gender. Male or female doesn't matter. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. But, you know, this person basically views you as somebody who's, you know, very mature, somebody who's very responsible, somebody who has a lot going for themselves, somebody who's ambitious, somebody who knows, you know, exactly what it is, you know, that you want and what you're looking for. And those are things that this person really does like about you. With the Magician coming out here, I mean, this is somebody that can see themselves manifesting and creating a life with you into fruition. So it looks like this person's luck is going to turn around in love, finally. Because it kind of looks like this person was coming into contact with people, man, that... It's interesting because I feel like this person's an emperor. I feel like this person's an emperor. I feel like this person's an emperor. An emperor is somebody who, you know, for the most part is, you know, somebody who's considered to be very, very established. So this person might, you know, have their own business. That's a possibility. Or this person might run a business. That's a possibility. Or this person might just be a very important person. But they come off to me as somebody who, you know, for the most part is very established. I mean, this is somebody who can take care of themselves. This is somebody who has a lot going for themselves. I am definitely getting that they are definitely somebody who has like a really, really good job, you know, a really, really good career is basically what I'm getting. But I feel like the main reason why this person more than likely had trouble finding love could have a lot to do with, you know, them coming into contact with people who are just trying to like use them and take advantage of them because they have a really good job, because they have a really, really good career, because they have a very successful business. So with you, they don't necessarily feel like that's anything that they have to worry about because they can clearly, you know, see that you're somebody who can clearly take care of yourself is basically what I'm getting. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. How does Sagittarius feel? Okay. So we do have the Ace of Swords, we do have the Four of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. Okay, I do see you learning a very valuable lesson, you know, within your relationship with this person. I am definitely getting that. You're either learning a valuable lesson or you're overcoming something within your relationship with this person. I actually want to see what it's more so leaning towards, but the chemistry between you and this person is definitely there. The physical attraction is definitely there. You know, the passion's definitely there. The desire is definitely there, but I really want to look at that Ace of Swords, Ten of Swords energy. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords to the Ten of Swords. You're either learning a valuable lesson or you're going to overcome something within your relationship with this person. Okay. With this person in particular, I do see you learning something as well as overcoming something. So it's basically a combo of both. With the Ace of Swords coming out here, especially with that Four of Pentacles energy and the Ten of Swords, that's kind of telling me that trusting a person for you is a very, very hard thing for you to do given everything that you've been through. And I think that that's something that you're going to learn how to do as far as like trusting this individual is concerned. Now, I'm also picking up on you having like this massive like fear of intimacy. So allowing someone to get close to you or allowing yourself to get close to someone is something that you also struggle with. That's something that I do see you overcoming within your relationship, you know, with this person in particular. I am definitely getting that. This connection, you know, for the most part is going to help you grow and evolve as an individual, but it's also going to bring a lot of healing into your life. The main reason why you have a difficult time trusting this person is not because of the actual person, it's because of things that you personally experienced yourself or witnessed other people go through, making it very hard for you to trust a person. The reason why you have a fear of intimacy could have a lot to do with, you know, you possibly have allowed someone in your past to get very, very close to you, and that person turned around and betrayed you and deceived you. And this doesn't have to be referring to like a romantic interest per se. I mean, it could have a lot to do with romantic interest, but it could also have a lot to do with like a close family member, maybe a close friend, somebody that you really, really did trust, and that person turned around and betrayed you or deceived you in some way, shape, or form. But These are things that I do see you overcoming within your relationship with this person as far as your fear of intimacy is concerned. I do see you overcoming your trust issues, and I do see you learning to trust this person, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be very, very honest with you so that way you don't sit there and say, well, you didn't tell me this. You didn't tell me that. Your journey with this person, the very, very beginning, it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very exciting. Your relationship with this person is going to make you feel like, oh my God, like this is the man of my dreams. This is the woman of my dreams. Once reality starts to sink in and you start to realize for yourself that you're in a very, very vulnerable situation and you run the risk of getting hurt, that's when, unfortunately, your trust issues are going to come up to the surface. That's when your fear of intimacy is going to come up to the surface for you, making the relationship for you very, very nerve-wracking and very, very scary is basically what I'm getting. Now, here's the thing. It's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. Okay. It's just not going to be comfortable whatsoever. It's just not, Sag. However, even though it's not going to be comfortable, it's not going to be a comfortable ride for you. This is something that you're still being encouraged to essentially see through, because we all know, you know, in order to grow and evolve, it requires a level of discomfort. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on here, is that the relationship for you will be very uncomfortable, but it's because you're growing and evolving as an individual. You're learning to do something that's very, very, you know, hard to learn and basically master, which is trusting a person again, especially after everything that you've been through. So that's a hard lesson to learn. It's a hard thing to overcome, but it's something that you will learn. It's something that you will master, and it's something that you will overcome, even down to like your fear of intimacy. These are things that are going to be very hard for you to do, Sagittarius. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, yo, like this is going to be a walk in the park for you. Like this is going to be great. You know what I mean? Because when you're actually in the moment and you're actually living it and you do meet this person and then you start to realize, oh shit, I'm in a very vulnerable situation. This person might hurt me. Hold up. I'm allowing this person to get too close to me. That's when reality is going to start to really sink in. So I'm not going to lie to you. This journey, it is going to be very fun and exciting initially at first until you realize that you're in a vulnerable situation. That's when it's all going to hit you tenfold. And that's when we kind of see you, you know, overthinking things, freaking out, questioning, you know, yourself on whether or not you're making the right decision by allowing this person to get close to you, or even by allowing yourself to get close to them and, you know, pursuing a life with them. But like I said, and I can't emphasize this enough, I think that you are being encouraged to see this entire situation through, no matter how scary and or uncomfortable it may become, because at the end of the day, it's going to help you grow and evolve as an individual. And like I said, dude, in order to grow and evolve as a person, you kind of have to get a little uncomfortable. You know what I mean? In order to grow and evolve as a person. You know what I mean? So don't mistake this overwhelming feeling of I'm scared, I'm uncomfortable as a sign from the universe that this is not where I'm supposed to be, because this is exactly where you're supposed to be. Just don't confuse that emotion for, oh, this is probably my intuition telling me I really shouldn't be with this person, or maybe this is like a sign from the universe, you know, telling me I really shouldn't be here. No, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, because this is going to be a relationship that's going to help you grow and evolve as an individual. That's another thing that you can learn from this person, because you did get the moon. The level of the unknown scares you. The not knowing terrifies you. It terrifies you. You know, y'all are very, very different when it comes down to that. The level of the unknown makes this person very curious. It makes this person want to lean in, you know, just to see like, man, I wonder what would happen. You know what I mean? I wonder what would happen, you know, between Sag and I wonder what our life would look like. Let me lean into this and let me see, you know what I mean? You, on the other hand, you're just like, wait a minute. Like, I don't know what's going to end up happening between me and this person, because, you know, what if this happens? What if that happens? I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I want to go through this. So you're going to learn a lot throughout the course of your, you know, involvement, you know, with this person. There's going to come a point in time where you're not going to fear the level of the unknown. You're going to lean into it like this person leans into it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're going to learn a lot from this person, but yeah, I think this person's very curious to see how this all plays out here between the two of you. I mean, I will say that they're leaning into it. They're not backing away from it. They're not shying away from it. They are leaning into it. You know, this human being is like diving in head first. You know what I mean? You, on the other hand, you're just like, I don't know if I want to do all of that. I don't know if I want to do all of that, you know? Okay. What actions will Sagittarius take towards this person or moving? Okay. Come here. So we do have the, interesting, because remember, I was getting that you're more than likely dealing with an Emperor. You're more than likely dealing with an Emperor. Now we have the Empress out here. I would like to look a little bit more into this person. Yeah, I would like to look a little bit more into them. But we do have the Empress. We do have the Seven of Swords. We got the Knight of Wands. And then we also have the Two of Cups. Okay. That's understandable, considering the energy that you're harnessing. When things start to get serious here between the two of you, and you know, you start to kind of realize, oh shit, I'm in a vulnerable situation right now. What if this person hurts me? What if this person betrays me? You know what? I should really run away now. That's the only reason why we're getting the Seven of Swords for you, because the Seven of Swords basically represents a self-sabotaging energy, right? And the reason why you're even harnessing that energy is because of what I just said. It's like, once you realize like, oh shit, things are getting serious, I really like this person, I'm really falling for this person, oh snap, I'm in a vulnerable situation right now, I'm more prone to getting hurt, disappointed, let down, putting myself in that predicament to potentially get hurt or betrayed or deceived by this person one day. I don't know if I really want to do this. You know what? I should really run now. That's the only reason why you're harnessing the Seven of Swords. Here's the thing. If you do self-sabotage this, you know, relationship, which you're being advised not to, if you do self-sabotage this relationship and decide to run into, you know, run in the complete opposite direction, you know, of this person, here's one thing that Spirit does want you to know. You can get rid of this person if you want to, but love is always going to show up at your door, especially your door, because you're showing up as an Empress. You're basically, not to like blow your head up or gas you up or anything like that. I'm just going based off of what I'm seeing here. You're showing up as an Empress. An Empress is considered to be the total package. You basically possess everything that any man and or woman would essentially want within a person. You're that type of person that anybody would take to go meet mom, you know, mom and dad, plant seeds with, get married to, settle down with, you know, like you're just that person. So yeah, love is going to show up at your door. You're going to have, you know, another person walk into your life wanting to essentially commit to you and build with you. There is no avoiding that unless, I don't know, you decide to not become the total package anymore. But the reality of the situation is that you are the total package. So anybody's going to want to settle down with you. Anybody's going to want to, like, you know, make you their wife, their husband. Anybody's going to want to because of, you know, you and what you bring to the table and what you have to offer. So yeah, anybody in their right mind, yeah, they're gonna want to make you their wife, they're gonna want to make you their husband, but that's just because you're the total package, you know. And the same issues that you're currently facing within your dynamic with this person are the same issues you're going to find yourself facing in the next dynamic that you find yourself in, if you choose to get up and run away, you know, from this connection due to the discomfort that you're essentially feeling on your behalf. Do not mistake this emotion for, you know, for like, you know, I guess like a sign, you know what I mean, from the universe, that the universe is trying to tell you should really get up and run away from this person, or maybe your intuition's telling you should get up and run away from this person. No, no, don't confuse that emotion for, oh, this must mean that I should get up and run away, so let me just get up and run away, because that's not it. You're feeling this discomfort because you're facing the things that you haven't necessarily faced in quite some time now, and that is possibly your trust issues, or possibly, you know, your fear of intimacy, or maybe even a combo of both. But if you choose to get up and run away, the issue is going to continue to stay here and remain here within you until you face it head on, no matter how uncomfortable, you know, it may get. So it's just something to kind of take into consideration, you know what I mean, if you do decide to run away from this connection. I see. Huh. Okay. Five of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the Queen of Wands. That's an interesting, because I was like, I really want to look into this person to really kind of figure out what it is that you're up against here. Okay. I mean, King of Pentacles is somebody who's very big on commitment, also very, very big on loyalty. But King of Pentacles, Emperor-like energy. and they harness Five of Wands energy, and they look at you like a Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I'm trying to like really picture how this person is in person. Um, I'll be honest. King of Pentacles, because they harness Emperor like energy too. All right. Okay, I guess. Let's describe them. King of Pentacles is somebody who, like I said, is very big on commitment, also very, very big on loyalty. But a King of Pentacles is also known for being very territorial. With that Five of Wands energy coming out here, that's kind of telling me that this person's going to be very, very, very possessive. Yes, very, very possessive, very territorial. I mean, take this how you want, because I've met some people that like this quality, I guess, within, or trait, whatever have you, within a person. And there's some people out there that don't like this at all. But this person does come off to me as like the jealous type. Like if, like, let's just say, for example, you guys were like out and about freaking grocery shopping for all I know, and some guy just kind of looks at you, but he looks at you a little too fucking long, you know what I mean? This person might even go as far as to, you know, walk up to that person and ask that person, what the hell are you looking at? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know, like some of you guys might find that to be extremely hot. Some of you might find that to be a huge turnoff. I don't know. That kind of depends on you and your personal preference, but I am definitely getting that they're the confrontational type. Like if they see like a guy or a girl staring at you a little too damn long, like there's that type of person that will walk up to that person. No fear, no hesitation. Just ask them straight up, what are you looking at? You know what I mean? What are you looking at? You know what I mean? E. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess maybe you might like that stuff. Maybe you may not. But yeah, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You literally harness my favorite combo of all time. Queen of Wands is somebody who's very, very attractive. It's somebody who's very, very ambitious. It's somebody who has like a very, very nice personality. Very nice personality. You know, career oriented. I mean, what's there not to love, right? About you. What's there not to love about you? So, I mean, I guess, you know, I guess that explains why this person's like so like possessive, or they're gonna be so possessive and territorial over you. I mean, it's just the, I don't know. That depends on you though. It kind of depends on you whether or not you like that stuff. Because this is that type of person that they are confrontational. Like they definitely are. They definitely are. Like they're about that life. You know what I mean? Like they will walk up to the person and ask, like, what are you looking at? Huh? Like, what are you looking at? So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like this person, like, they don't want anybody looking at you, touching you, talking to you. Like, they just don't. Like, that really does piss them off. Like, it legit pisses them off. It truly does. Okay, I don't know. Some of y'all may like that stuff. Some of you guys may not. But if this was like Burger King have it their way, you know, Burger King have it their way, they would love to just keep you in a box. So that way nobody looks at you, nobody talks to you. But this person harnesses Emperor-like energy, and they harness King of Pentacles-like energy. There might come a point in time, but this more than likely is only going to happen when things become very, very serious here between the two of you. Because that's my thing with them, is that this is that type of person that legit doesn't want anybody talking to you, looking at you, nothing. You know what I mean? Like, so there might come a point in time where the two of you might get very, very serious, and this person might tell you, you know what, Sag, listen, I've been thinking, you know, and I just, you know, I think you should just quit your job. You know what I mean? Like, let me take care of you. And just stay home. Just stay home, Sag. Just stay home. Just stay home, please. Just stay home. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised. I don't necessarily recommend anybody, you know, be taken care of, like, financially. I think that you should always make your own source of, income. Um, but, hey, I mean, I think that that's only going to happen when things get very serious here between the two of you. Like serious to the point where like you guys have a kid together, serious to the point where y'all are living together. Like I could see them kind of pushing that, because it would bring a lot of comfort to them. Like if this person knows that like you're home all the time because you're maintaining the household, taking care of the kids, like it'll bring them a lot of comfort knowing you're home. You're not out here, engaging with other people under any circumstances. You know what I mean? So it'll bring them, I guess, a lot of comfort. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles. Yeah, no, this one over here makes money, honey. Yep, this one over here makes money. I am definitely getting that. They make money, honey. But I feel like you make a really good living for yourself too. So that's nice. So that's nice. But I just kind of feel like this person, which I don't even know why they feel this way, to be totally honest, but I just kind of feel like this person feels threatened by other people. You know what I mean? Like they just feel threatened by other people because at the end of the day, there's that type of person that knows they got a good thing. You know what I mean? And if they know that they got a good thing, if they know your value, your worth, and they can see your value and your worth, so can every other man. So can every other woman. You see what I mean? So that's kind of what makes this person feel this high, like somewhat like threatened by other men, threatened by other women. Is basically what I'm getting. Basically. There's a huge possibility, by the way, that you guys might end up getting married to one another because we do have the Hierophant to the High Priestess. Technically speaking, these two are actually married to one another. So marriage could totally come out of this entire situation here between the two of you, Sagittarius. But, I think that considering the fact that this is somebody who more than likely makes a really good living for themselves, and I think that they're, it's just going to get better over time. I think that they might push that, that idea of you, becoming like a housewife or something, or what is it's housewife and, fucking I don't know the other one. I don't even know the other one. A man that stays home, the husband that stays home, whatever they call that. They might decide to, go down that route, because if they are able to get you to do that, they're not going to have to be worried about like, who are you talking to, or who are you engaging with, and who the heck is this, and who the heck is that. They wouldn't have to worry about any of those things because you'll be home maintaining the household, taking care of the kids, things of that nature. So yeah, they might push for you to quit your job. I personally don't think that you should, but then again, it is your life. So, live it the way that you see fit. I think that you should always have like, a source of income. Or maybe take that opportunity to start that business you've always wanted to start, child. Like if I were you, if this person was offering to take care of you, I think that you should go off and get your education on or start that business you've always wanted to start. You know what I mean? But to just let this person take care of you financially, I just wouldn't recommend it because anything in this life could happen. You know what I mean? So at least like you're set financially because you got your own thing going for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically what I'm getting, off of, this connection. I think that things will definitely reach, a serious point here between the two of you. You just need to hold on tight. It's going to be uncomfortable. Just expect it, but you'll eventually adjust and adapt. This relationship is not going to forever make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to reach this point of eventually feeling comfortable, safe, and secure within your relationship with this person. There's just certain things you got to overcome and master first before you get there. So don't confuse this discomfort for it being your intuition trying to tell you something or the universe trying to tell you something. Like, no, you're just uncomfortable because you're facing things that you haven't been facing in quite some time now, which is your trust issues if you have any, your fear of intimacy if you have any, things like that. But once you confront these things head on, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. I promise. It's just going to be a little bit uncomfortable initially at first, but just be consciously aware that the reason why you're feeling this way is the reasons why I already basically, you know, told you. Don't sit there and tell yourself a lie and sit there and say, oh, I'm feeling this discomfort because my intuition is trying to tell me that this person's not the one for me. Don't sit there and lie to yourself like that. You're feeling this discomfort on your behalf because you're facing things that are very challenging and very hard, and you're learning things that are very challenging and very hard to essentially master when it comes down to you trusting a person again, when it comes down to you allowing yourself to be vulnerable with a person again, when it comes down to you overcoming your fear of intimacy. These are things that are very, very hard to like confront, face, and see through. And this is what you're being encouraged to do. And even though, yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable, you just need to kind of remind yourself, I'm just uncomfortable for right now because I'm going through whatever. But don't sit there and lie to yourself and say, oh, it's because my intuition is saying that I shouldn't be with this person, because your intuition is not telling you that. It is not telling you that whatsoever. So just don't lie to yourself. Like, just remind yourself every time you feel scared, every time you feel uncomfortable, like, remind yourself of what's really going on here. And it's just you facing things that are very uncomfortable, like trusting a person again. That's very uncomfortable. And that's very scary for you to do, considering everything that you've been through. But just remind yourself of that. Like, I'm just feeling this way because I'm uncomfortable right now, because I'm learning to trust another person again. And that's very, very hard, but I got this. You know what I mean? Like, you need to like be your own best friend through this journey and remind yourself, like, I'm feeling this way because of this. Like, don't sit there and be like, oh my God, I'm feeling this way. This must mean this and this and this and this. And, you know, and then you start thinking the worst, because that's just going to furthermore amplify your fear, your anxiety. And you don't need that. You know what I mean? You just need to be your own best friend and remind yourself, like, all right, I'm going through this because of whatever. But I'm going to be okay. I'm going to see this through. I got this. Like, because I know, like, once I see this through, like, I'm going to be able to trust this person fully. I'm not going to feel this discomfort anymore. I'm going to be able to overcome this. You know what I mean? Like, you got to talk to yourself in that way as you're going through this journey, because it's going to help you a whole lot. All right. So that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will